almost believe that motherfucker does.
Oh, did you get on Bet360 today?
What up? I guess we're recording.
What up? Did you get on Bet360 today?
This is Boroughs Applesauce, and we're rusty as fuck.
Man, it's been a minute, huh?
Oh my God!
It's been a minute. I look at Sean B and he's just got that blank stare on his face,
yeah.
like, hey man.
With me as always is Mike McCulloch.
right.
Jump the gate.
I gotta, Derek, if you will adjust your camera a little bit.
I think it looks good. Where we need
You are right
My hair
there.
looks
Yeah, there
greasy
you go.
on the big camera
There you go.
today.
I mean, I think you look good.
It's greasy.
Maybe it's just because I miss you.
I missed you too.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad to be back. Our GoFundMe for gas money finally paid off. We're able to get out to the studio.
Still need to hook up the headlight, but whatever. We're here.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Still holding out for the headlight.
Got
money.
here on one headlight.
Yeah, got here. It was hard. That's
You're in one headlight again?
Yeah, it been that way. It's the it's the ballast inside the light. So
cool beans.
it's just gonna stay that way, I think.
That's not fun.
So long story short, did you get on Bet 360 today?
I have not gotten there yet.
$200 free to gamble.
I'm gonna get. Oh, I'm going tonight. I was at work when we were texting earlier, and then I have not gone there yet. Tell me about Bet 360 though.
It's just I love it when the new sites open up, right? So like the new site opened up and it's a free $200 for you to gamble with in free bets.
That doesn't suck.
In any increments you want to use, you can make them all $5. You can make them all $10.
No shit.
It's not. Yeah, it's just $200 free to gamble with.
So I can do one $200 bet.
Yes. Well, yes. Because sometimes it comes out a little bit different, but you don't win the bet back. You just win the money from the bet, of course. But yeah. So no, you're allowed to enlist up to $500 worth of friends, and you get broken into $50 a pop each friend. So like I'm up to like $250 to $300 just in free extra money for getting other people to sign up.
So how that works is they give you $200 to lose. Like if you win some, you can't pull out that original $200.
I mean, no, you can't. So like if you put $5 in, you automatically get, as soon as that bet settles, you would get $200 in free bets. And if you bet $5 to win $200, well, you win $200 and can pull that out, but then still have $195 in free bets to use. You can't bet like $200 on something that's minus 10,000.
Right.
Win $201 and pull that. You just win $1. You don't win the $201.
Interesting.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna have to give that a shot.
But yeah, so my cousin, got me going, and like I said, I won. I'm up like $375 on a $5 investment so far. So and I'm been really good about just pulling the money out as soon as I win. I'm not rolling it over and giving it back, because there's nothing worse than like getting a free roll like that,
right?
And winning and giving it right back. It's like it's futile. You know what I mean? I think I gambled like $25 this week outside of that when I didn't have free bets, and was back and forth with him a little bit. But
somebody,
right there's Haji. Haji's listening. He's one of my guys.
Somebody at the bar said to me yesterday, if you can just hit 15 consecutive spread bets and keep letting it ride and hit 15 in a row, do you know how much money you can make?
I was like $10,000 if you hit 15 in a row, I think, starting with $10.
I know how much money I can make. I promise you, try and hit 15 in a row.
Yeah.
Try it.
And so that's something that I do. There's a guy online that I follow who you'll see it all the time. They do like the $50 ladder challenge. Yeah. Turn 50 into 1,000 in 6 bets.
So that's how I bet college basketball, like in a day. Like on Saturday, I'll bet a noon game for 20.
Yeah.
I win that. I'll roll it over to 40. And all I do is, I actually learned this from you. I'll take the spread and move it, and then take the over-under and move it and make it a 1-to-1 bet.
Make it even money. And you know what? That's my favorite. That's my favorite bet. But it's my favorite NFL bet more than anything, or NBA bet more than any. For those are the two. But I was on a site, and I guess I don't know if I should say it, whatever, but one of the ones I used constantly. And I hit that bet in the NBA consistently for like a year and a half, 2 years. And NBA started this season, and I went to make that bet, and you can't make that bet.
You can't?
You cannot parlay the spread and the total if you move them. They will not go in the same game parlay. You cannot do it.
Oh, wow.
But like this 360, that was the first thing I look at every time I get a new site. And that Bet 360, you can do it. Okay. That Bet 360 is crazy for all of you gamblers out there. Like if you're doing a same game parlay of, say, tonight's game, if you're taking rushing yards over, receptions over, every time you click it, it doesn't give you the line that it's at. So say Derrick Henry's 100 plus 100 to get 50 rushing yards. Well, if you click that, then automatically when you look at the line for like Lamar Jackson over 30 rushing yards, it's included in the parlay at like plus 230. It's not going to give you minus 110 if that's what his actual line is to get their 30 yards rushing. It builds your number as you go through
on the individual bet
and build that parlay.
Nice.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, all the new ones, it's got like something if you bet like NFL games straight up, they give you early payout if your team goes up 17. Or in the NBA, if your team gets up 20, they give you early payout and just call the bet over. So that's some neat stuff like that.
That automatically happens? It's not something you opt into?
No, auto payout. Well, it'll tell you if it's like an option for that or whatever, but yeah, early payouts. As soon as it hits, I had a parlay yesterday that someone went up 17 in the football game, and it cashed it out right away. And it was in a parlay, and it credited the parlay as a win. So it was cool.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm not gambling my own money anymore. Hardly at all. Like, I've tried to not. But like, it's funny because as soon as I'm like, I'm not gambling, I'm over it. I kept losing parlays by like one, but not just by one, like 5-legger. I lost one leg by one catch. And like, it happened like 3-4 parlays in a row. And I just was like, you know what? It's not worth it. Even though it's just $5, $10, it's just not worth it. It's more my mental strain of being pissed off about it than anything. Well, sure as shit, the next weekend, someone turns me on to that Bet 365, and I'm like, I'm up $375 in the last week and a half.
Back to it,
I guess. But
yeah, got to make some revenue.
Well, you know what? It's Christmas time.
Yeah.
So, but my new thing was before that was just like you get $10 this week. Yeah. So make a straight bet. We're not doing parlays. We're making straight bets. Make a straight bet on Thursday Night Football and start your week that way. And when your money's done, and that's it. And then immediately get Bet 365 going.
Now, how long do the cash outs take? Because that's always important.
Instant. Well, you know what? I take that back. For me now, they're instant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're on top of it. But then one of the guys I got going on this said it. He won like 3 bets yesterday with his first 3 bets he won. And then he called me today. He's like, does it take a long time? Because they haven't hit Venmo yet. And yeah, I think right about the 24-hour mark, he got his. But then I can't imagine once that's established a little bit, then.
So do you have to use Venmo, or can I just use my debit card?
You use whatever you want.
Okay. Yeah. Because debit card is typically the fastest way.
Yeah, maybe. And I don't know, probably. But like I said, Venmo's just too easy to be like. And I'm sure once you get your card in there, it's also, but I don't know. How are you, Derek? You been gambling?
No.
You've been watching the Bears play football, so why would you want to gamble?
All my teams have fucking sucked. I know nothing about sports. I'm convinced of this. It's just been a constant losing streak.
You know, you mentioning knowing nothing about sports, I thought the other day I had a parlay where something and everything was wrong. And I was like, you know what? What if I just take my hunches one day and I'm going to bet the opposite? I'm going to take I'm going to take all these money lines that I like and flip them the other way. And
that's kind of like, I'm always tempted to do the ATM.
Did you miss them all?
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I would have been shitty. Hit them all. Pick all your winners.
I'm always tempted to do the ATM in Spanish. I'm like, I've done it enough. I think I can limp along. But there's always that thing like, man, maybe I fuck up and my card gets stuck.
Surely by now I could do it in Braille, not look and just use.
That's the next level up.
That'd be the hardest, right?
If you can do Braille, that's impressive.
Top level Braille, not looking at it and trying to do the ATM in Braille.
I mean, it's a touch screen.
Yeah. Well, no, it has the buttons below.
It's got Braille, but I don't even know how Braille would work on like the touch screen, like the Centra ATMs. Everything's touch screen.
Yeah, but it's still you can still do it in Braille at the bottom.
When you start off on Braille, they probably have speakers. They might talk you through it.
Right. Well, they used to have like an audio jack that you could plug in headphones to.
Like, have you ever like a streaming service? Like watching a movie and you put on like the Blind app where it's like describing shit to you as you're watching.
No.
That's fucking weird. Yeah, they're like, big explosion, the guy doesn't turn around. And then the dialogue is like right over top of that.
I think it'd be fucked up if it was like dialogue for the blind and like they were like, oh, trees of green, a field of beautiful heather, and blind people are over here like, the fuck's that look like?
It'd be cool if you could choose the voice too, like, big titty bitch just walked in.
I have Jason Statham talk me through every blind movie because he's badder ass than Keanu Reeves.
Well, what do I say when it's over? I don't even know what I'm supposed to say. Quit fucking looking at me, Sean. This shit's fucking over, man. You're just like, poking. That's just a poke.
Dude, it's been too long. You want to spend a whole summer without me, and then expect me to just walk in here.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
Right.
You know, the worst part about it is, like, I spent the whole Monday nights was league golf night, and I missed so
is that
many.
something that Miles can go to?
I mean, it's just me and the dudes. It ain't real. It's just me and the guys playing golf. But everybody out of the 8 people in the membership, that's when we all played was Monday nights. So yeah, I mean, he could go if he wanted to, but I don't know. Like I said, it's my fault, but you would have thought out of all, I played a fuckload of golf this year. I played tons of fucking golf this year, and I got 0 strokes better. 0 strokes better. I guarantee you my first round out was just as good as my last round.
Best round of the summer.
Oh, I don't know, probably like an 86.
Yeah.
Yeah, 88 probably. But that's, probably not overtly
Have you ever
legit.
gotten into the 70s?
Oh, no, not even close.
Never.
No. Like there was twice this year where I shot 42s, legit 42s on 9, but I mean, that's like top notch. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It never fails. If the driver's going, the irons aren't. If the irons are going, the driver's not. If everything feels good this way, it's not flowing that way. And then I had a huge section of the summer where I could not putt. I just could not go in the fucking home. It was fucking awful.
They call it the yips.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. I kept telling people my putter was bent. Like, I think my putter's bent because these things are not going where I think they're supposed to go. They're not going where I'm aiming. This isn't even close to going where I'm aiming.
Matt Keel says just get better at betting.
Yeah, see, that's my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. He went to Mother Bears. Have you guys been to Mother? Oh, you have.
I go all the time.
You signed it, right?
I go all the time.
I turned in an app there.
Yeah,
Or a resume. They didn't have an app.
They didn't call you?
No, I think they're probably fully staffed. They just opened.
My nephew works there. He says they look for people all the time, it sounds like. Get the wings at Mother Bears.
I've not gotten the wings yet. I can't get away from the pizza.
See, I wasn't that big a fan of the pizza.
Really? Did you get the deep dish?
Had both. Had the deep dish and had the thin. Have you been? You ain't been there?
No.
Their marinara has a lot of oregano in it.
It does.
It is thick.
So it's
It is
reminiscent
thick
of the Noble Roman Sicilian for me.
as far as shape and color and size go, but I don't think Noble Romans had that much oregano in their pasta sauce or their marinara sauce ever.
It's awful damn good.
My pizza wasn't done. My pizza was soft on the bottom of it at points. So like if I could get one overcooked with less sauce on it, but then we went back and had the super thin Semilla flour cracker pizza or whatever. It was just okay. Like, I don't know. But I've come to find out from those trips that, I've always wings of like.
Are they smoked?
No.
Are they the full size wings?
Yeah. No, they're either drummies or flats. You know what I mean? They're broke down. But I've always been like, how many techniques can you use on a wing is going to make it better? Like, I'm gonna steam it, and then I'm gonna smoke it, and then I'm going to sear it or air fry it to finish it and shake it like that. And they're good. Like that's a great wing. I had wings from Mother Bears. It's just a chicken wing naked, thrown in the fryer for fucking 13 minutes, toss in some sauce. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And then just like I had wings from Applebee's this week. Simply wings, naked, thrown in a fryer, cooked, pulled out, and served to you. And I just fucking love it.
Yeah.
Super simple, super stupid. And I'm like, I'm not wasting my time with techniques anymore. I'm just going to fry chicken wings.
Just going to wing it.
I'm just going to wing it.
I'm happy having the deep fryer out back now.
Yeah, but
I've been battering fish, breaded fish, tenderloins. I got a little kitchen going out on the back patio.
An outdoor kitchen.
Nice. Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not going to waste time techniquing the fuck out of wings anymore. I am just going to fucking fry them for 13 minutes and call it good. It's just
at the end of the day, if you just like wings,
yeah, I do.
Like
I do. But at the same time, it's like I'm not going to the time it takes to fuck with some wings or think about doing some wings, and I do. You guys ready for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
You got a big deal? You cooking?
I'm smoking a turkey, and that's about all I'm doing on that end.
Yeah.
A turkey breast.
Yeah, my mom
You
will
don't have to
cook.
You just show up.
I'll go to mom's. I'll bring what I need to bring. I'll make something if she wants me to, but typically she's just like, just show up.
You show up. Bring some cups. Bring some silverware. Show up. Something.
She'll do the thing. We do though. This weekend is exciting. My brother turns 40.
Oh, that is fun.
So we'll have a good time this weekend.
I didn't think we were going to do anything at all, and then a couple of the nurses' kids they didn't have anything planned. She's like, so I'm going to go ahead and cook.
Sherry ain't cooking?
Oh, yeah, she always has a big deal, but I'm not going all the way out to North Vernon. I'm back
in North Vernon. We're halfway there, man. What are you talking about, bro?
We're not even on the way to North Vernon.
I feel really close to North. I feel closer to North Vernon right now than I do Columbus. That's for sure.
That's not even a little true.
To me, like Greensburg is North Vernon. You know what I mean? Though it's like that way.
I hate
Again, not
It's
true.
like that way.
I hate driving. I actually
One's
got
directly
a new job.
east, one's directly south. I don't know how much different
they're
you can
They're
get.
like the same direction.
I got a whole new job just to cut down on my fucking commute. I hate driving.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Yeah, it's overrated.
So I digress about not putting in work with some chicken wings because I have been looking for a turkey breast, right? Boneless, skinless turkey breast. I'm gonna smoke it kind of like a brisket, slice it into slices with a really beef heavy kind of seasoning on it. Can't find one. Next thought is I'm going to go, not the one I want. I can get like a butterball, but it looks like shit and I'm not going to do it. You could get just buy a turkey and cut it off and do it yourself. So then I go down that rabbit hole on YouTube of deboning turkeys. And then it goes even further into like actually taking a turkey and cutting it in half and deboning it completely, legs, breast, back, everything off. So you end up with like this huge slab of turkey and then you roll it up and tie it up in string, and you got like a log of turkey. And I'm like, I want that. I want that really bad. I was talking to your boy Tyler about it.
Yeah.
I was like, Tyler, you ever deboned a turkey? You ever fucking tried? And I'm like, I've done a chicken. I've never done a turkey. He's like, nope, no idea, but let me know how it goes because now I want to debone a turkey.
Right.
You know, he's got like 4 of them. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
But
It's got a 32-pound turkey.
he showed me.
It's unfucking
I
believable.
saw the picture. It looks huge.
It's a mutant.
Take like 4 days to cook that motherfucker.
That's not even fucking.
He's going to spread it out, right?
I don't know how he's going to do it. I didn't ask him. He's got like 4 turkeys that he raised that are ready to go.
Oh, he raised them?
Oh yeah, they're from the farm. They're his chicken or turkeys.
Huh.
But nonetheless, though, now then I'm like, well, if I'm going to debone a turkey and brine it, maybe I'll make pastrami brine, and maybe I'll brine my turkey in pastrami, and we'll have turkey pastrami, and then I'll roll it up and do that. And it's just like, ugh. Why don't I do that? But
No, that does sound good.
I digress. You know what else sounds really good? I was talking to Chef from Louisville about pastrami again. And like, hey, man, I want to do it again. We're going to do it again. And I'm like, do you think you like it better with brisket? Or do you think you like it better with like a pork belly? Because I've done both. What do you think? And he's like, do a pork butt. I'm like, you want a pastrami, a pork butt? He's like, make pulled pork pastrami. Thank me later. So I've got these 2 ideas to do pastrami now. And as soon as Thanksgiving is over, maybe towards Christmas time, I am going to make a pastrami pork butt and a pastrami turkey, I think, and see how those go.
Okay.
But that's what's got me thinking about chicken wings then, because I want to debone a chicken wing and stuff it full of chorizo. Have you seen that shit?
I have not.
Oh my God. Could you imagine a chicken wing, a full one, connected, and you start cutting down through that drum, disconnect that bone at the knuckle, pull it out, keep folding down, pull those 2 bones out, and you've got a chicken wing intact. Foreskin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you take a piping bag of whatever you want to stuff in that thing, typically like rice and or chorizo, and pipe that down into that chicken wing, and you've got a full stuffed
Okay, that sounds awesome.
chicken wing. You bake it, fry it, smoke it, whatever.
I think I would just
fucking awesome.
I think I'd just pound out some boneless chicken thighs and wrap it around.
Nope, I don't want to do that. I want to fucking debone a chicken wing, and it's all in there.
Well, see if
Like
you
it's
still like that deboning thing after you do a whole turkey.
4 minutes a wing to debone a wing is what they say once you get going at it. But then you got to worry about not tearing the hole in the skin and stuff, like chicken wing foreskins, dude, all day.
That sounds like I would put like taco meat in it.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever you like with your chicken.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Rice and spinach and mushrooms and just stuff, ricotta cheese, whatever you want, and stuff it down in that thing and cook your chicken wing. I think it'd be fucking delicious. I just don't want to debone, 10 chicken wings. It sounds like a process.
See, I'm not even thinking 10. I'm over here like, how many people are you feeding? Because if you're deboning 30 wings, Jesus Christ. I mean, that's a 2 hour project.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. But then again,
I hate messing with chicken.
At
Anyway.
optimum time.
But when you love what you do, is it
Sure.
really, is it really working?
100%.
Like you get over it. Like your hands get tired, your back get tired. You have to come and go all the times. But
Chicken's just so gross too to deal with raw.
chicken is gross. Chicken's gross.
Like it kills motherfuckers.
Yeah. But it tastes really good too. But yeah, just
fan.
fry do that and just throw them in the fryer for 3 minutes or whatever, or 13 minutes or whatever. And you got a chicken wing with chorizo and rice inside of it? Get the fuck out of here, man.
That's wild.
I bet it'd be delicious.
Speaking of new places and pizza, I got to try Black Sheep on Saturday.
Were you on the invite list?
I was.
How'd you do that?
I got invited by one of the servers.
My brother got invited. And I was meaning to ask him how he got invited, but I'm like, who the fuck do you know that I don't know that's inviting your ass to this shit? But
I knew about everybody that
They
worked
probably
there.
know you. That's why you didn't get invited.
between Mike O and Stacy
Right.
and Ian Thomas and even who's your other girl who works there?
Stace?
No, Stacy's other friend. Stacy and Nikki's friend, the girl.
Carolyn?
No, well, she probably her too. but-
Morgan?
Yeah, Morgan. Morgan's there. Carolyn's there. Isn't
Brittany Wickheiser works there.
yeah. So like it's the usual suspects or whatever, but at the same time, like it looks pretty good.
They probably want to get their feet wet before they bring in the critic of all critics.
Well, no, that's my next thing. They're probably not going to
Right.
invite me because they know better.
Tyler Me says, I hate deboning stuff. Regular boning is my way to go.
Right? Yeah. Deep. I like
deep boning.
The bone in. It's usually just kind of shallow.
I love the deep bone.
Yeah, right. But you're right. I'm trying to not be shitty about it. Like I'm sure I wouldn't be critical. But did you see they got a big, beautiful pizza oven that rotates?
Yeah, I talked to.
They just put the pizza in.
I
and
talked to
forget
Chef
about it.
during the Green Egg Fest
There's
about
no
that.
like.
I'm confused though. Is it just one big rotating thing, or like what happens if you want it extra crispy? Do you got
But
to
it's
wait
not
till
even,
it comes all the way back around?
Is it wood or charcoal, or is it just like a gas flame in there that's 500 degrees? I couldn't figure it out by the picture.
Yeah,
it was
I don't know. I was going to ask, but then I didn't. I would love to. I don't know that I've ever had a good coal fired pizza.
yeah.
I want to try it because that's the shit.
It's the way
like
to do
in
it.
New York, the
Absolutely.
pizzerias are
coal fired pizza. Well, you can do it on the egg that way. You can make it's technically
Yeah.
it's if you make a pizza on the egg, it's a wood fire, coal fire pizza. You do them in like 3 minutes. I mean, it's like 700 degrees and
Yeah.
it's like done. But it's not really up my alley these days to go someplace that's focused on bread and booze. Right. You know what I mean? Because my sugar, I got little sugar issues.
You do?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. So, I mean, it sucks, but I mean, I've lost like 19 pounds, I think, in the last 6 to 8 weeks or something.
I thought you'd
A little slimmer.
slimmed up.
I got a longer way to go, but yeah, so no bread for me. I haven't drank. I've had, what else should I say? I've had 2, what do they call it? What are the seltzers? The
Hard seltzers?
White
No,
Claws or
No, the other
Neutrals.
one. No. High Noons.
High Noons.
I've had 2 High Noons and half a beer in like the last 6 weeks.
And that's all you drank? Oh, wow.
But I haven't had anything for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
So you're like pre-diabetic or?
No, full blown. Like I'm on medicine and stuff.
Oh, full-blown diabetes.
Full-blown,
Wow.
yeah. Well, I mean, 7.5 is the line on your A1C, and I was like 8.
Okay.
So I'm definitely over it. I started medicine, but like I could have had what's the weight loss drug? All the
Ozempic?
yeah.
Ozempic.
They're like, hey, she's like, hey, you can get this for free. Not free, but since you're diabetic, your insurance will cover this if you want to get on this.
Right.
And I'm like, no, I don't want that. She's like, you'll lose a ton of weight, and it's good for you. I'm like, but if you start that, can you? How easy is it to stop that?
Everybody that I know that takes that gets sick every fucking day.
Yeah, I don't know.
Every fucking.
My mom was on Monjourno or whatever the Lilly version of that is, and she quit taking it. It made her feel like shit. But you're really not supposed to stop. Like if you're a diabetic who gets on that, like you're just on that forever, and you really can't stop being on that.
Right.
To where like this, the pill I take, this metformin that I take, my goal, because like with diabetes, you can stop it. Like
Sure.
there's science out there that says you can reverse it.
Right.
You usually got to lose about 10 to 15% of your body weight and just eat healthy. and your cells that don't take the sugar out of your blood start taking the sugar out of your blood again. So my plan is to lose another 25, 30 pounds.
Been hitting the gym?
No, I don't believe in that. I got to eat. It starts with eating properly.
Okay.
Plenty of steps in disc golfing and stuff, but
Yeah.
getting steps in, and I've had an apple and a banana.
You're not a big gym guy?
I was just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't pay for it anymore. Yeah, and when you lose weight, your dick does look bigger, Roger. So maybe another 50 pounds, and I'll notice. I guess it looks better because I can see it.
Right.
And you got that. Was that dicky do? Your belly sticks out further than your dicky do.
Oh, God. I haven't seen mine in years.
Yeah, right. So the dicky do, but nonetheless. So if I lose like another 40 pounds, I go to the doctor again for my first follow up since I've had it on the 6th of next month. But even at that point, like I said, I'll be down 20 pounds or whatever at that point. Hopefully, so hopefully, I'll have to do probably another 3 to 6 months of the medicine, hopefully, and really make a difference of getting off of that shit and living a way healthier lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's probably for the best.
It's just like a wake up call.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Probably for the best. Because I was out of control. I was just like eating everything and not even thinking about it. And
Right.
go to a Mexican restaurant and have like 4 Cokes with 3 baskets of chips and my dinner. You know what I mean? Just like.
I just dug my weight bench and weights out because I didn't want to get back to the restaurant body.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a little healthier back when I was in the factory, and I was like, well, I should probably try to keep this up.
Yeah.
I was going to go to either Mother Bear's or Riviera Maya tonight.
Why didn't you?
I haven't had dinner yet.
Oh, you still have that
I
opportunity.
got plans for after the podcast. I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah. So, but like for me though, like I say dieting or eating better. Like I'll add an apple and a banana and some yogurt and some 000 yogurt and some fucking 0 sugar crunchy stuff on it or whatever that is, granola, some blueberries.
Yeah.
And then I had like a Slim Jim and some water. Then I got home and had like eggs and low carb fat kid wraps or whatever they're called.
Yeah, one of my biggest changes is I was going about 12, 13 hours without eating. And now, like, I'm getting up. I'm like, might as well fix a sandwich. I'm awake. And then have dinner with the nurse. And so I've definitely brought more food into my life.
So now, are you back to more of a restaurant style schedule?
I've been training on nights. I think eventually I'm supposed to move to days when I know everything. But yeah, right now it's nights. It's still not a full-blown like bar schedule.
Right.
I'm out.
How do you
by
not know everything? Like, what are they do shit so much differently to where you're not like, yeah, duh. I don't know.
I know it.
Yeah, right.
I know it. It's just
Maybe like, hey, this cheeseburger pizza. What goes on the
like
cheeseburger
the
pizza?
toppings and stuff like that.
Well,
But,
and it's cool to walk into a new job like with an open mind.
And I try not to overplay my hand.
Yeah.
I'm like, tell me what you want me to know, how you want me to do it.
My name's Derek. I've managed every kitchen in this town.
Have you been to Ziggy's?
Like, watch your back, man.
Yeah.
They're like, have you ever made a pizza? I'm like, yeah, a couple times.
They got a big wood fire oven, don't they?
Yeah, brick.
Yeah. Is it gas or do you have to?
Oh, it's powered by gas. Yeah, you're not.
There's no wood or coals in that thing.
It's got the brick that heats up. It's
but you're not starting
like
fires.
some of them bigger smokehouses. They run off gas too.
Don't chastise me for asking this, but can like a natural gas powered oven get the heat that like charcoal can?
Yeah, it's got to be able to.
Yeah.
You got to think like a propane tank blowing a flame on something. Like you can get as hot as you want it to.
Okay.
Like I've worked at smokehouses and their smokers have gas backup. You know, in case like at the middle of the night when you're not at the store, it goes out. It's will fill in that void.
Sure. Get a haircut, lose a few pounds.
Who said that?
Adam Lloyd.
Fuck the Cardinals, my man.
Fuck the Cardinals. But congratulations to his wife winning the school board election.
She win.
Yeah.
You know what? I was the worst local voter around because I voted for her, but then like as soon as like I have no idea who won anything in Columbus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was too worried. Everybody's so hell-bent on the big one.
You weren't watching the ticker?
The orange. I don't know. I didn't see anything on there. You know what I mean? I have no idea who won. But then I asked him, because I keep up with him on, he slid in my DMs and asked me to pull some strings for her or whatever. So I was like, yeah, I'll relay whatever messages you need. And then I'm like, how's it going? Like, day of the election, like 6 o'clock. I'm like, hey, do you know what it looks like or how's it going? He's like, it's not good or some shit. So I was like, I just figured you got smoked or something. I don't know.
I could have swore she won. Oh. I really hope I didn't just misquote that.
Yeah, right.
On the podcast.
She lost in a landslide.
Congratulations!
I'm almost positive she won.
Did the other two win? Did the other two on the ticket win too?
So there's no tickets in the school board election. But from what I understood is because everybody was asking like
it was very platform versus platform.
I thought they were running in groups.
Like, it was.
Yeah.
It was very grouped out.
Yeah, and I didn't like that about the school board race.
Yeah, but I still would have voted for the same three. It wouldn't have mattered.
Well, I did too, but yeah, I didn't love that at all.
That Lee Britt's a great person who was running with her, and then Lloyd gets a vote because it's a Lloyd or whatever, and then the other girl seemed really, really fucking qualified. So
yeah.
But you think if one won, they all won, right? Isn't that kind of how that worked?
I think one of the, I don't want to call them this, but I think one of the conservatives won. We'll say that.
That's kind of awkward when you run as like a group and then you're the only one that wins. It's like, hey guys, can I be part of your group now?
Yeah. Hey, just kidding. Just kidding. We're all cool, right?
I didn't line up against you.
But no, it's probably for the best. You don't I don't want all of one side or all the other side.
Well, that's the other thing.
You gotta have some checks and balances on each other.
That's at the end of the day, like that's what you want. You want a mixture of ideas, not two groups of completely opposite people who are just going to gridlock themselves the whole time.
Yeah.
And I mean, it felt for me like it became less about education and more about everybody's individual opinions. And I'm going to say that was one side more than the other.
I like your style. I like your thoughts. You ever think about running for office?
Well, I had thought about it a time or two.
You should run for office. That's a good idea.
We still got T-shirts.
Yeah. I like your views.
Thanks. Appreciate that. All right. Local election results.
If anybody knows, they could just message Sean so we can quit looking this up.
I even left
Adam Lloyd. Adam Lloyd, though, he would just be cruising through his Facebook feed, stop, see it, and be like, get fucked, Mike, and then keep scrolling.
True story.
You know what I mean?
True story.
I would do that too if he was podcasting.
I even left the sleeves on your campaign shirt out of respect.
Not tarnishing this one today.
Nope.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else going on in the life of Derek Gerald while he's surfing our political scene? You see anything good on TV lately?
The fucking penguin was awesome.
The fucking penguin's fucking awesome, isn't it?
It is fucking awesome.
It's fucking awesome. Like she's winning, he's winning, it's winning.
I mean,
there's no. It's not even.
It
close.
just blows my mind who that fucking is.
It's not even close. He's winning, she's winning, it's winning.
His Tony Soprano impression is fucking spot
on.
And
it is. It's the Soprano, it's the Wire, it's old HBO, it's fucking what you want out of a TV show.
Whitney fucking dominated. What's not good?
Who? Well, I don't know. Maybe he had no idea what he's fucking talking about because he's a Cardinals fan.
That's possible. That's possible. Just so you know,
Or
Adam,
maybe it was on a personal level, like they were out of beer.
St. Louis is boring and the Cardinals suck.
Fuck yes, amen. Amen. Roger, you too. You're listening too.
Yeah,
you get fucked
St.
too.
Louis is boring.
Yeah. But nonetheless, you watched The Penguin? Have you seen that shit?
I have not.
Oh my god, it's so good.
What is it?
It's so good it made the Batman movie better.
Did you watch The Batman, the newest one with
Robert Patterson?
Never mind that.
I don't watch a lot of TV and movies.
You should watch more movies.
I'm still watching Ted Lasso.
Yeah, I got like 3 episodes.
Speaking of which, did you see him with Flavor Flav doing Bring the Noise?
No.
Yeah.
For charity? It's pretty fucking awesome too.
I've seen him. I have seen that. You know what I started? So I finished The Penguin and I needed something else to watch. You know what I moved on to is The Boys.
Oh yeah.
Are you done with that?
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
It's insane. You're out. It's insane. Like I just started.
So what's The Boys about? I need something to watch.
Superheroes.
It's superhero movies.
It's about a corporation who the superheroes work for.
Perfect.
And they do PR campaigns.
But they're real people. You know what I mean? With real
they're
issues.
deviants.
And they're fucking jerk-offs, all of them.
Like
And
they
it's
have
crazy.
a superhero orgy where everything fucking goes.
I haven't made it there yet, so I'm only on season 2, like episode 3. So let's not talk about the superhero orgies.
It's the biggest pieces of shit with superpowers.
Yeah.
They get treated like heroes. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
Oh, I've watched. Speaking of which, I think it's on the same comic book coming Image, but I went through Preacher. It's older, but it was produced by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg or whatever, his writing partner.
Yeah, sure.
It was pretty fucking good.
Yeah. They got a big new show coming out. The Scene, the Screen, the Flick, the Chick, something. They got a brand new one coming out.
I think I've seen something like that.
Yeah. Seth Rogen becomes the head of a studio. The studio.
Yeah.
It might be the studio.
But that's weird because Kevin Smith's got a movie out too where it's like watching the afternoon movie show. It's like a throwback to like teenage years.
This is what
So
I
it's weird
missed.
they went in both directions.
This is what I missed about this podcast.
Catching up on TV.
So
that you don't give a
now,
fuck
like,
about.
one of those things. Well, no, it's not that. Sometimes at night, like, I'm like, all right, finally I have some time to watch TV. What the fuck did Derek and Mike talk about? You know what I did all summer?
Play golf.
I watched Ted Lasso.
I should play golf.
I played 2 rounds of golf this summer.
Are they bringing that back for another season? I thought I, heard
really
a
hope
rumor.
not.
I thought I heard a rumor.
Everybody's saying that, yes. I really hope not.
Why did you only play 2 rounds of golf?
I didn't have
you play golf
a
at
lot
all?
of time to play golf.
No.
You got your new pants and didn't play any golf.
Just so you know, this was probably the roughest summer ever.
I did work on
It
my
was
irons.
tough. This was a tough summer.
I worked on my irons every time I went out and I was...
You get the pad in the backyard?
yeah, when I was smoking, I sat there and worked on my
See?
irons.
You should be fucking Tiger Woods by now.
Yeah.
Ripping
Not
cigarettes.
cigarettes, food.
Yeah. Oh.
I smoke in the house. I ain't going outside. Jesus Christ.
Ripping cigarettes and swinging the golf club.
Go outside every time I smoke. My fucking shoes would be wore out.
You be Tiger Woods though.
Don't you have a garage?
It's more of a storage shed.
Yeah, fuck.
That's mine. Mine's loaded.
Mine is too, and I fucking hate it.
You know how hard it is to get rid of fucking trash now? Like,
I know you can't even get divorced and do it.
rent.
Really?
Yeah.
You just can't throw that
Oh,
out.
she
You just
still calls you?
fucking carry it out there?
I could throw it in a dumpster, but I don't want to do that.
Then pick it up.
I'm a good person.
Pick it up.
It's not like it's scattered everywhere.
Come
There's,
get it.
there's just a bunch of it.
Come get it. Come get it.
Like renting a dumpster to do like a big fucking haul, it's outside. It's insane.
You know what tore me up for a long time was a TV.
Oh yeah,
Because you can't take a TV to the dump and you can't throw a TV in the trash.
we got like 10 fucking vacuums, and I'm like, I don't
Can you not throw a vacuum in the trash?
Can't throw a
think
flat screen TV in the trash?
No.
Why?
I don't know. It costs $40 to take it to the dump. Like if you take a 20 or 40, if you take a 55-inch TV to the dump, it costs you money to drop it off.
You can't tell me that the guy in the dump truck picks up my fucking box and then watches to make sure I don't have a
Fit a
TV in there.
55-inch TV in there?
If you fucking break it down, you can.
Yeah, maybe. And I'm sure I know guys who probably wouldn't give a fuck. But also
I don't.
But if you know a guy who picks up trash, like, hey man, I got a TV. He'll come get it and get it.
Right. So
But you know what can happen though, sorry. If you take that same TV that is broken, not where the fuck, out to the end of your street where the trash is supposed to be, it will be gone in hours.
Yep.
And it's like, hey, idiot, look at the TV before you pick it up. Maybe there's something in there that's valuable. Maybe they can get a power cord off of it, something they need. I don't know. My kid punched right in the middle of my TV with his Wii controller and spiderwebbed the whole middle of my TV.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I don't know. Have at it. Go fix that.
How
or
did
whatever.
that go?
I was kind of proud of myself for how cool I was about it because it's a double-edged sword of him playing his shit. Not Wii. What is it called? The Meta.
The
The
VR.
Oculus. or
VR. He
whatever?
was Oculus. He had his Oculus on, so he couldn't see where he was at, and he was definitely
Oh.
he was definitely playing way too close to the TV. And Dad, who's sitting there watching TV, is not like, "Hey, quit playing so close to the TV. Miles, watch where you're playing at. You're too close to the TV." Instead, it's just a right into the TV, and it's like,
So it wasn't like a fit of anger.
Oh no, he hit the TV not paying any attention to it.
Okay, I saw like a fit of anger, like he lost a game of Wii bowling.
Chucking the controller.
Yeah.
Out. Fuck this game. I'm out.
He's like, I'm so much better than a 220.
Yeah, no.
That old McCulloch hissy fit.
He was all like this, you know.
Oh,
and
right.
thing you know, he's left hooked right into the screen. It's like, son of a bitch. He was gorilla tagging or something, flipping his wrist, and hissy fit. The fuck you mean hissy fit? I don't know hissy fit, damn it.
Do that again.
I don't know fissy hits, damn it.
Fissy hits.
Fissy fits, damn it, Derek. Shut up, man.
Just shut up about it.
Your food sucks.
I didn't get an invite.
Yeah, your food sucks, Derek.
So I don't like to give negative reviews.
Need me to write one up for you?
I got one on file.
Now,
Point me in the direction.
Here's what I know when we're talking about Black Sheep.
Sure.
I wish the crust was crunchier.
How could you not? Who
I
doesn't?
need more crunch.
Do you think you just say,
But
hey,
I
spin it again?
But I think they were playing with the oven temp too. I think they were dialing that. It was a soft
Why
open.
it's a soft opening.
You're right.
You know what
So I wasn't too critical. I had the meatball appetizer. Amazing.
Sure. That's where I'd probably focus right there is that meatball.
Yeah, that
appetizer.
meatball was good.
I saw it. It looks really
That
good.
meatball was good.
Yeah, it looks really good. But then again, like, I mean, there's a place in Louisville that's an Italian restaurant that when you look at the inside of it, it looks like they just picked it up and moved it to Columbus. I mean, it looks like they're like, hey, we want to look just like this right here.
It looks good in there.
And it looks great. It looks great because that place down there is really cool. But like how the bar is like all like that.
Yeah.
That bar is just like
Have
that.
you?
Yeah. It looks just like
Have you been to the Italian joint downtown?
In Gotti's?
Yeah.
No. I hear good things.
I've heard good things.
I want to try.
Yeah. I hear good things. I think it's pretty reservation forward, and I don't do that.
Well, that's how it was
I
when
don't
it was
play
at the
like that.
Elks too.
But she still only makes so much food a day. So I think
Okay.
she really likes you to give her the heads up so she
Right.
knows what she's got to make it, what she's got to make.
I tried
That's
to
fair.
pull that on the nurse too. I was like, well, if we're going to have Thanksgiving here, I'm like, are you wanting traditional or just the Italian? She's like, why are you asking? I'm like, well, we could save a lot of money just doing the Italian. It's a lot cheaper than getting the fucking turkey, the fucking ham, and this and that.
We don't ham. Ham's for Christmas.
I think I'll try something different at the house for Christmas, like a brisket or something like that. Change it up. I like lasagna on Christmas. For
It makes
sure.
me miss Golden Corral. I
What
do.
does? What makes you miss it?
This type of food.
Oh.
Like Golden Corral was the one place. Sterling Stockade was those are places you could get this type of food anytime you wanted it.
Yeah.
Total comfort food.
Like a Bob Evans. Do you do Bob Evans? Do you fuck with it?
Yeah, absolutely. For breakfast.
I ain't been to Bob Evans.
You don't do the dinner thing?
never
'Cause
been
it's
there.
kind of the
Ain't been there
home
for
style.
years.
Yeah.
It's the home style shit you're talking about. A lot of gravies and
Nice. Maybe I'll go to Bob Evans tonight.
You know who's found his appetite? And that's my little chunky monkey, Miles McCulloch.
it's not
yeah.
going to stop for another decade.
Oh, he has hit his stride. He is a thick little fucker. He wants to get up and so when I was a kid, I'm sleeping till the buzzer. I'm not getting up. I don't want to. I'm dragging out of bed. I'm getting in the car and I'm going to school. Right. If I'm like, hey, it's 6:20, we can go to Roadie's if you get out of bed. Up out of bed. Yeah, let's get breakfast. I want a Mickey Mouse pancake with chocolate chips and
Yeah.
and an extra side of bacon. Or the days we sleep in, the days he wants to go to Get Go and get 2 Krispy Kremes out of the 2 Krispy Kreme donuts. But now McDonald's has Krispy Kremes and they're better because they're definitely getting their shit like day of like Krispy Kremes.
They got locked in like the Coca-Cola contract.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but like McDonald's Coke is better. Right. Yeah. McDonald's just does shit better.
Yeah. So now it's like, hey, let's go get donuts. So he's either on pancakes every day or donuts every day. And the other day I was like,
That's cool. Diabetes running his family
right,
now.
I smacked him on his belly and I was like, bro, maybe we get some what are the bars like some cereal bars or something, lighting us up a little bit with some yogurt or something, brother. And he's like, "No, Daddy, I want pancakes."
Well, good thing is at that age too, he's going to be hitting growth spurts.
Sure,
So,
and like the same thing. Like that was the same way. Like I was a chunky monkey till I was in the 4th grade. Started playing some football, a little more basketball or whatever, and hit a growth spurt and puberty. And
John Kyle, he was a butterball, and then every time he took a nap, it seemed like he grew 2 inches. Every time he woke up, it
still to this
really
day
slimmed out.
Every time I see him, he's taller.
Yeah.
To this fucking day.
Who's that?
John.
Oh God, I hate to see that kid. He'd probably tower over me. I did see the other one. I did see
Chrissy
on Sunday.
Chrissy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do we call him that?
I don't know. I never heard that.
Chrissy.
Chrissy?
Yeah.
Chrissy?
I don't want to call him that.
Yeah.
He's got several nicknames. Bub, Christian,
Bub,
Chrissy.
Bub, I can get on board with.
Bub was catching a ton. Well, he wasn't catching shit. He was. What was I going to say? There's other patrons at Ziggy's who were being extra loud as usual.
Mm-hmm.
And giving him hell about
Domer?
No.
Oh.
He was here though. Louder, same but louder.
Ben?
Okay.
Ben was giving him shit about the Bears, and he was giving him shit about the Bears, and I don't know.
It's been rough.
They fucking suck.
I think we got a quarterback. He's got potential.
I don't know. It's like saying Anthony Richardson's got potential.
He's been. This is his 3rd year. This guy's what? 11 games in now.
It's his 2nd year.
Really.
Well,
first
the other
full
one
year.
he did sit out.
Yeah, so it's like a year and a half.
But man,
I see potential. I see good throws.
he's a freak athlete. There's a potential for anything.
Who are we talking about here now?
Richardson.
I'm talking about Williams.
Oh,
So he's going to be the same thing that happened to Justin Fields and the same thing that happened to...
He's already got more passing yards now than
That's
Justin
not-
Fields had his whole time.
That doesn't
as
make
a
any...
Bear.
He's still fucking garbage and his team still fucking sucks.
We've been
No
in
way around it.
We've been in it for
No way
4
around it.
games.
No way around it. Your team sucks.
I think we need to tweak some things.
But you know what's going to happen before you tweak some things? You're going to fire your coach, or you already fired your offensive coordinator. So it's the same thing is going to happen to him
That did to Fields.
that
I
they
get
did to
it.
Fields.
I get
That they
it.
did
I
to
get
Mitch.
it.
He's going to have 2 coaches. He's going to have 2 OCs in 3 years. He will have
That's
no.
the reason why I
he
think-
will have no language continuity, and he will be.
That's the
fucking
reason
dog
why
shit.
right now they need to let Eberflus go.
Then you're still 2 coaches in 2 years.
Let the OC, because he's improved the last 2 games since he took over. Give him a chance to finish out the season, see if he has potential. That won't change the language. It won't be a big change to the organization.
So then you don't, and they still suck, and then he fires him, and he's still. It's just the Bears.
That's the reason why you give him a couple games to try out for that head coaching job.
I ain't saying it's him. I'm saying it's the Bears way.
I'm not happy with it. Don't get me wrong.
It's the New York Jets way. They're going to kill themselves.
But I see
They're
great
their own
plays.
worst enemy. I mean, I see Anthony Richardson make great plays all
Like
the time.
DJ Moore, just the 2 games since we switched OC, he's basically doubled his numbers than he had for the rest of the season. I mean, there's something there. There's something there.
Sure there is, but he's going to get Chicago Bears, and it's not going to matter.
That's the thing too.
He's going to get Chicago Bears, and it's not going to matter. And then, like, our guy, like, I really hoped for a little bit more this weekend. Or last weekend, coming off the game before, and I hadn't watched. I quit watching.
they were never going to beat Detroit.
No, but I quit watching.
Do you think Detroit has something for Kansas City?
Yes. What now?
Sherry says, "Is this the hissy fit?"
Yeah, I'm fucking shitty. She likes my hissy fits.
She does. You get all the baked goods now.
Yeah. No,
Well, no.
quit. I had to
She's
tell-
the
I
one
had
that
to
gave
tell-
him the
I had to
goddamn
tell her where the
diabetes.
diabetes came from, Jerry. I told her she had to stop. I was like, I can't have those.
There's a house on Taylor Road that would much appreciate all of that shit, Sherry. Bring it.
Get your A1C check lately?
She played the long game. She got tired of Mike yelling at me on the podcast, so she gave him diabetes.
Yeah, right. Ha, ha,
Slowly,
motherfucker.
I love it.
Sherry's gangster. Don't
Yeah,
fuck with her.
That's fun.
I didn't watch the Colts for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like not a second, not a snap. It was fucking boring. It was shitty football, and I might have watched the game. I don't think I watched the game where he gave up on his team on that 4th down. I didn't watch. You know what I mean? And then I heard that, and then they benched him, and I'm like, Well, good. And I didn't watch the game that he was benched, but then I had a friend in town last week who was like, man, let's watch the game. I'm like, okay, we'll watch it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, if you know what you got or you don't know what you got, at least try. Take the reins off. You're calling a really shitty game plan for him that doesn't work. You're trying to get him going with short passes. He can't throw them. He doesn't have any range like that. He's got to let it fly or not. But what you're too worried about is what he's best at, and that's running with the football.
Right.
But is he? He tapped himself out because he was tired.
I ain't saying that, though. That's still the best part of his game. Yeah. It's still running the football. He's 6'4", 225 or whatever. Yeah. He's bigger than your linebacker is these days. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but they're too worried about him getting hurt. So don't run. But he's better in the designed run than the scramble, gotta go run.
Yeah.
So it looked good. They ran that option early. They ran with him early, and then they just went away.
Stop worrying about him hurting himself.
You got to take and I really thought that against the Lions, we were going to run the ball, keep that offense off the field, and we were going to Peyton Manning them, not let them have. They can't score if they don't have the ball.
Right.
We're going to run it. We're going to let him run it. We're going to option him to death. And first drive looked great. Did that. And then after that, you're just flicking the ball down the field. You got away from what got you there. And I just think that, like, let him get hurt. Fuck him. You're not going to play him anyway.
Can you imagine being
let him get hurt.
Can you imagine being Andrew Luck? And they're like, we don't want our quarterback to get hurt. He'd be like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now, 10 years of me getting my fucking
fuck him
asshole
fuck him.
creamed.
We wouldn't even be fucking here if it wasn't for fucking Andrew Luck. He'd still be our quarterback if it wasn't. He should still be our quarterback.
I can see why
you guys got him merged.
Want to bail.
I get why he wants to bail. But you know what? You don't bail in the preseason after game fucking 3 or whatever. You know what I mean?
As somebody that's walked out of quite a few jobs, sometimes you look around.
Trust me, I have experience quitting jobs.
You look around, you're like, this is the same old fucking shit as it was before. And
yeah, but I mean, you still.
And this is fucking giant people fucking trying to kill you. I'd have walked out way before then.
You could have given us that heads up before that happened, and
I don't think he knew.
You think he just all of a sudden?
No, he got hurt in the preseason. He
was like, "Fuck it, I'm
He
done."
was dealing with a little bit of an injury in the preseason. It was like, I don't want to be on this carousel anymore. On this injury fucking carousel. Yeah. All I do is get hurt. They fucking tried to kill me. They're not trying to kill me anymore, but I'm still getting hurt.
But they announced it at the game before he was even off the fucking field.
Well, that's when people got the notification on their phone.
Yeah, while he was still
he was sitting on the bench and he's like,
bench.
I don't want to feel like this no more. Fuck this.
Yeah, I don't know. It's bullshit. But it definitely put us in a downward spiral.
Oh, it set us back.
But to that same thing, to your point, let him run. Fuck him. You obviously know he's not that good. Run him.
What do you got?
Let him get hurt.
You got 1 year left on his contract or
no,
2?
It's 2 because it's 4 years.
It's
probably
4 year. Let him use the best part of his game. Stop worrying about him getting hurt.
Let him go.
If he doesn't get hurt, and the best part of his game, and him being able to be himself makes him a better athlete and quarterback, which by anything that anybody knows will make him better by letting him be himself. Fucking quit with this. Well, you can't have him getting hurt. Why can't you have him getting hurt? He fucking sucks.
Let go. You're obviously benching him. You're obviously he can't throw the ball under 10. He's got no touch on the football. It's either a million miles an hour or it's 10 feet over your head. There's no touch whatsoever. And even like Lamar Jackson had touch issues in the beginning, but he throws a
dime now.
He's a pocket passer now.
And that's the thing.
He knows how to run when he wants to. I mean, there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
There's hope for Anthony Richardson.
But I mean, the guy wasn't a quarterback.
But you know what they never did to Lamar? They never stopped Lamar from being himself.
No, and that's the problem. You got the leash on. You got to take the fucking reins off.
Yeah. Don't ask him to be the fucking new key to the city, the new face of the franchise, and then fucking restrain him.
A pocket passer out the gate.
Restrain him from being who he is. I'm with you.
I mean, it sucks he got hurt last year. It sucks he got hurt. You know, it sucks that's potentially, but any player at any point in the NFL can get hurt.
100%.
Doesn't matter.
Well, now that we're a sports podcast, Bloomington.
I ain't gonna talk about them.
I mean, it's one defeat, but you've got to be having the time of your fucking life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
110%.
Absolutely a great time over there right now. And Signetti, what a great hire. And I mean, extend him right away. Here's $8 million, 8 years. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks.
I told the nurse, I'm like, the last few weeks I've been cheering for Bloomington. Now they fucking shit in Ohio State. I'm like, I need to
They've got
quit rooting
They've
for
got
them.
2 kids that were 5-star transfers that decommitted from where they're at and are coming to IU.
I can't wait to see. I'm looking to see how he responds this weekend to getting humbled.
They're gonna fucking murder fucking Purdue.
And that's the thing. It's a rivalry game, so Purdue's coming to play.
Oh,
Even
yeah,
though they've got nothing to play for, they're coming to play.
Is it at Bloomington?
It's in Bloomington.
Okay.
7 o'clock Saturday.
You know, the Hoosiers are going to the playoff.
Yeah.
Like anybody thinks they're not. They're crazy. They're going to the playoff.
They might play like Alabama round 1, but you never know. They got to maybe if they I think BYU's out now. Who's a team that just snuck in? SMU? SMU might be sneaking in, so they might be playing SMU first round and then like Texas after that. Something is what I think I saw today, but still, they're in.
The Ohio State loss doesn't make me as a fan be like, well, I don't want to play this team. I don't give a shit.
I don't give a fuck.
Do you think college football's home field advantage is the biggest advantage in sports?
Basketball's probably college basketball's probably pretty
You
huge
think?
too.
You think so?
You ever been
Especially in a place like
you ever been in the
I
Assembly
feel like
Hall?
it's bigger in a college sport than
place
it
like
is
Assembly Hall or
pro.
Cameron Indoor.
Cameron Indoor, but in Assembly Hall, you can you've got. I think it's
You can feel the building.
you can feel the building
it's-
move when
it's
everybody's in Assembly
literally
Hall
unreal.
yelling.
No,
And the band's fucking
Ohio
fired
State
up,
they
building-
they seat a lot more than
It's 100,000
what is that
people.
Memorial?
It's 100,000
Is it
people.
Memorial? that
Yeah.
Bloomington
Oh
plays?
yeah, twice
Almost
as many.
double.
Twice as many. It's like 57 versus 102.
Yeah.
So a little bit of stage fright might have played.
The
Played a factor.
they talked a big game how the moment wasn't going to be too big for IU. I don't think it was too big for everybody at IU, but it was too big for some of them, I think. But that's a lot. 38-15 was that the final score?
Yeah.
It's lopsided. Granted, they got a garbage touchdown at the end. Our last touchdown was probably garbage there towards the end. But then one of their touchdowns is a drop punt given to him inside the 5.
Yeah.
After we stopped him him, and then to turn around and then the next one is a punt return. So 2 special teams touchdowns.
The one thing that you didn't expect to happen, you didn't expect this IU team to shoot themselves in the foot like that
no,
because
not at
that's
all.
because they're well coached.
They don't.
They're well coached.
They don't.
So you thought, okay, they're not going to beat themselves. Ohio State's going to have to beat them.
Sounds like the Yips.
That's not what happened. You're not wrong.
The punter dropped a wet football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's tough.
Yeah.
That sucks. And then you know the punt. He that punt looked like it was supposed to be on the right, and that punt went left. Maybe everybody slowed down when they saw it bounce, and then that kid just fucking
Took it up
took
and
off.
ran. Took off.
But still, that's 2 scores in that game. They didn't run on us. At no point did I think this Ohio State offense is gonna kill us.
No.
Like it just wasn't the case. You're not gonna run on us. I don't care who you are. No one's run on us. You know what I mean? And to your point, there was 2 third downs, 2 3rd and 3s where we got called for false starts on both of them and backed up and didn't convert.
Yep.
They brought the house at that point and didn't convert. We're huge momentum game changers.
The biggest, like people say, IU got exposed. The biggest thing about Indiana that got exposed was their offensive line.
Absolutely. But they've been beat up. The Michigan game, that exposed the offensive line. But they've got 2 first-round draft picks on that Michigan D line too, though. But it was the blitz that they were not ready for of sending extra guys and.
Well, that's the thing you got to be prepared for because you know there are first-round draft picks littered on these. Really, a lot of the defenses you're going to play besides Purdue from here on out.
But we can beat that. And,
We can.
and that's the problem with that blitz that they were throwing at us. 3rd and 3, you can't do that. 3rd and 3, my playbook's wide open. You can't do that. 3rd and 7, you can.
Yeah.
2nd and long, you can. Obvious passing downs, yes.
Yeah.
And we ran the ball. We didn't have any problem running the ball. We just had to go away from the run because we were down.
We were down.
Or because we were 3rd and long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you can stay out of those obvious passing downs and not let them pin their ear back.
Got to stay out of 3rd and long.
You not let them pin their ears down and come
it's
get you.
same for the Colts.
Yeah.
Got to stay out of 3rd and long.
It's got to be 3rd and manageable.
Yeah.
The playbook for IU is so much more open, and you can't predict that blitz.
Yeah.
And then screens and draws, my suggestion, but they didn't do that.
Auburn
So
upset.
you slow them down.
Auburn upset in a fourth overtime.
Yeah.
That was my highlight of sports the last maybe
crazy.
3.
I like
3
how you're a
weeks.
converted Kentucky fan.
No, man, this piece of shit. What are you talking about?
Like
He hit me up. He hit me up with some IU bullshit, and I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, what are you watching?
Hey,
you watch, is Kentucky not on? Is Auburn not on? Like, what are you watching, dude?
No, I'm watching. They're an exciting team.
The SEC's so
I'm
much
not.
better.
I'm not on the bandwagon, but it's good for them.
It is fun to watch.
Good for them.
It is fun to watch.
Especially a basketball.
Alabama
school
has
like
lost
that.
more games to unranked teams this year than Indiana has.
Who was that?
Alabama.
No, who did you reading that from somebody?
No, I'm just saying that
yeah,
because I
they've
know
lost
it.
three. They've lost three.
Vanderbilt wasn't ranked.
Nope.
Oklahoma wasn't ranked.
Nope.
Oklahoma, I don't even think was 500.
Nope.
And Alabama's other loss was Georgia. No, it wasn't Georgia.
No.
They beat Georgia.
Because like they beat Georgia, they beat Tennessee.
Yeah.
They beat somebody else ranked. Texas. They beat Texas.
No, Georgia beat Texas.
You sure Texas didn't beat Alabama?
Georgia lost,
Did they
right?
lost? No, they ended up winning that. I think.
Did they? I thought they lost last weekend.
No, Georgia's still up. But like, what gets me about Alabama is they're a 3-loss team. They're probably still going to get in the playoff.
They're the last SEC team in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3-loss team.
Georgia has 2 losses, right?
Georgia has 2. Georgia has 2. Yeah.
But the weird thing is they spanked the fuck out of Texas too. So that's really hard to judge that.
Well, Texas looks identical to Indiana. If you really want a measuring stick, Texas and their schedule and what's happened with their schedule looks identical to Indiana.
Texas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Identical. One game against a big top team, got fucking smoked. The rest of the schedule, kind of soft. Look at you. You're a 1-loss team.
Mm-hmm.
Identical to Indiana. The difference is Texas plays in the SEC.
I mean, and you talk about it. Ohio State played Penn State, and I don't think Penn State's fucking shit. They got beat by 1. They beat Minnesota by 1 over the weekend. Like Penn State's not a stone you should hang your hat on or whatever. And so who else? They beat all the same Big Ten teams we played.
I genuinely agree that Ohio State is pretty good, though. I think they're a legit team.
Sure.
They hung with Oregon. They were right there with Oregon.
They've got a ton of talent. You know what I mean?
The Big Ten championship game will be fun with Ohio State versus Oregon.
Yeah.
And that's what it should be. You know, Indiana's not the top 2 in the Big Ten. They're just not.
They're not. But they're on their way.
But they're on their way.
They're on their way.
They're on their way.
Get it. If you're gonna get IU, you better get them now because they're on their way.
What I wanted was because last year at the Big Ten championship game, Signetti shows up. They interview me, just gotten hired. Big Ten championship game, and he's like, "Well, I figured I should come check the place out since I'm going to be playing here next year." I loved it. I wanted to beat Ohio State for that reason.
Borderline too much. But I love it.
They trolled a lot.
Google it.
Yeah,
We beat you. Google it.
That last touchdown, that was fucking. I felt like it was disrespectful.
They had to. The thing about and Signetti knows this.
You get too many style points in college for the.
And Signetti, like once you talk your shit like he does, he knows he's going to get trolled.
Oh yeah.
You have to, as the others. Ohio State has to troll him.
Yeah.
Oh, they're dicks. No, they're not. They're doing what they're supposed to do.
Though I did have some friends who went to that game and they said that horseshoe is one of the biggest piles of shit they've ever been to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that. I mean, granted, maybe it's hard to keep up with a stadium that fits 105,000 people.
Right.
They said it's a huge piece of shit.
Well, they've already changed the culture there in Bloomington because they signed them to extension. They're already expanding at the stadium, adding more seating. It looks like they're all in on the fucking football program. Good for them.
They should be. Football's where the money is. Like basketball's great. Basketball is what it is. But on a national level, football's where the money is.
And I mean, you're coast to coast now in the Big Ten, from Oregon all the way to fucking Rutgers. It's big business.
Indiana does not play Ohio State or Oregon next year. So
What's that?
Indiana does not play Ohio State or
yeah.
Oregon next year. So can't wait to hear the people talking shit about that.
Their schedule now.
Yeah. You know, but Signetti made a good point the other day. Like when they got their schedule, when they were like, okay, this is our schedule. Yeah. The schedules are made. I read the schedule up to 2028.
Yeah.
They know who they're playing.
Yeah.
But Signetti was like, at the end of the year last year, we played the 2 teams that were in the national championship game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like at the end of the year, like we have 3 top 10s
Well,
on
and
our
it
schedule.
was even when you went going into the season, it was like the 35th schedule that they had.
Yeah. So, talk your shit, Sig.
All them people that he brought with him, are they in their senior year? Or
Not sure. Not sure about that.
What's that? Who's that?
All the JMU transfers.
Yeah.
I mean, they're to be honest, they're most of them are like 25 years old. 20. I mean, is it Lawton or Ellis? One of them's a 6-year guy who's like 24.
Well, Ellison, I think that's Ellison because he played at Wake Forest.
Yeah, I think he's a 6-year guy who's like 24. Our quarterback's like 25.
Yeah.
Married, his first kid's on the way.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
well, that doesn't mean anything.
Both of our
Basketball,
quarterbacks.
they got 5 kids before they're senior.
I get it. I'm just saying our quarterbacks, and that's the biggest difference too. We've got some grown men on that football team that they're not going to have next year.
When Florida State won the championship, was it Winky that was like 26 or 27?
29.
Yeah, he was old.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Winky that was 29.
Who was the kid who was the quarterback
he
for?
Played in Cleveland. He played in Cleveland. The quarterback, he played for the Browns and was old as shit. Brandon Weeden.
Oh, well, same boat as the kid who went to Georgia last year, who went to the Rams or whatever.
Oh, Stetson Bennett.
Yeah, he's like he's like 2 years. He's like 2 or 3 years older than like half the. He's older than Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Lamar already won an MVP, and he's older than that guy.
Yeah.
There's like they listed like 5 or 6 guys who were that guy's older than who were already like Justin Herbert. Like it's crazy. Like stars in the NFL, and he's older than those guys.
Yeah. What a stud.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about the changes? You said that Boroughs Applesauce will have its own YouTube channel.
So today, no one cares.
No one cares.
But just in case you are listening on the podcast, the Boroughs Applesauce podcast will next week have its own YouTube page. And the live video will be on YouTube. And we'll go from there. And I haven't established that page yet, so I don't know what the actual address is. But when I do, I'll get the information to the boys. They won't get it to you.
I will literally shit my pants if somebody else has a Boroughs Applesauce trademark.
True story.
Thing going on.
True story.
How fucking random is that?
So when I made the Mind Snacks, when I had to, I couldn't do Mind Snacks podcast. I had to make it Mind Snacks Live. And I was like, why? Who the fuck owns the Mind Snacks podcast? Oh, I do. Shit.
Just forgot your password?
Don't know where that YouTube page is.
You also had an issue with Second String Media, right?
No, that was a non-issue. That I thought it might be an issue.
Yeah.
There's another Second String Media out there. They have less followers than me now.
Suckers.
When I had
shit up.
when I had Bag Full of Puppies Productions going up,
Yeah.
I actually had somebody else. I'm like, this sick motherfucker? How did he come up with that?
Well, how did you?
We almost hit a.
Bag full of puppies.
It was me, B, Scope Eye, and somebody else. We went out drinking before a shift at 4th Street on Saturday.
You guys
Yeah.
did that? No.
And we're shooting down Washington, and I feel like, it might have been Jimmy, but Scope Eye had to swerve out of the road of the trash bag, and they're like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "A bag full of puppies," and we're hammered enough. We all got a giggle out of that, and I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of funny for a sick thing." So I named my production company after it. That tanked.
Blew it up.
Yeah.
Walked away from that one too.
I was on the bench. I looked around. I was like, "Fuck this."
Fuck this. Those are probably some. I won't forget today. I was at a job that you walked out of, and it's a highlight. There's no doubt about it. You ever heard that story, Sean? We talked about that.
I have not.
I always get style points.
The day he quit the CV.
I want to hear this.
Raging. It's raging. I'm supposed to be on the other family side. There's a girl over there waiting tables, then by herself. There's someone in the bar waiting tables, and I'm behind the bar. Every seat in the fucking place has got someone's ass in it. It's like Friday after work, our busiest time, and I'm behind the bar like fucking slinging drinks. I'm like washing glasses because we don't need glasses. Derek's supposed to be there at 4. It's already like 5:15. It's like, where the fuck is Derek at? Like, what the fuck? Like, next thing you know, like I'm washing dishes, and I see him come through the back door, and he walks in the back door, and you can tell he's kind of drunk, and he looks at me, looks around, just shakes his head, reaches into the cooler and grabs the beer that he left there, grabs like a half-drink 12-pack, just turns around, waves at me, and walks right out, and I'm like, this motherfucker. This motherfucker.
Oh, wow.
Looks at me, looks at the place being full, just shakes his head, grabs his beer and walks out. I'm like, God damn it! I don't think Derek's coming back, guys.
There was people changing kegs that had no business behind the bar.
Yeah, there were people who didn't even work there who were trying to help us wait tables and wash dishes.
I just looked around. I was like, "This is the biggest shit show I ever saw."
Oh my God!
Because our management bartender wasn't there yet. An hour and 10 minutes later, and was surprised it was a shit show. Just shook his head and walked out.
You're the best.
Son of a
You're the
bitch.
You gotta love a guy who doesn't give a fuck to the level that you don't give a fuck. I mean, you gotta respect it.
Just shakes his
Like,
head.
you think you don't give a fuck? Derek Gerald does not give a fuck.
He don't give a fuck.
I love it.
I mean, I was like, man, this is not going to right itself. It's going to be like climbing a fucking greased pole.
How'd this last one work out?
They just didn't hire me. I gave them a year.
You were there a full year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of person that I want to be judged by my production and not play the numbers game.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, you get an A rating every fucking month you're here. You're a good employee. We're sending you other places, cross-training you, filling in for other people that's not here. But we are strictly not hiring right now, so we're going to keep taking $2 out of your pocket every hour. I want to be based on my performance.
Sure.
You know, I put the work in, I put in my time.
And they had no timeline for when that might change or what might happen.
Oh,
what do they care?
I've heard other people going 2 years.
Why would they care? Like if they're paying an agency $2 or you $2, why do they give a fuck who they give that $2?
They also have
there's
a contract.
a lot of reasons.
Elwood's got to have 10%.
Well,
I think.
Well, not only that, but if Toyota is not hiring for some reason, typically when you use an agency, you do that to minimize your own risk. So where it's worth the money to pay a few extra dollars on the hour in a bill rate than it is to say, okay, well, we're going to hire these people, but we might not need them like during this time frame, and then that's potential for layoffs, which affects a lot of different things.
I didn't want them to wait till December,
right?
And was like, well, there's no station for you anymore, and right in the middle of December get laid off. Which I don't celebrate Christmas, so it doesn't fucking matter to me.
Kwanzaa?
But
You a Kwanzaa guy?
it's still real hard to get rehired in January.
So what was your thoughts then on finding a new place to go to?
The drive.
You're like, hey, I like going in that direction, so maybe that's what I'll do.
I wanted the shortest drive possible. I fucking hate driving. So
You've been driving for a few years now.
I still don't like it.
Yeah?
I have an anxiety attack, man.
Really?
Yeah. People are fucking reckless. And I don't like it.
See, I peruse the planet praying that someone smokes my car.
I've never been in like a real accident. Don't want to be in one.
Oh God.
I've been in one. That's the reason why I didn't drive again for a while. And I didn't like that.
I don't want to get hurt.
Wait a second. Wasn't the one you were in your fault?
I just want my car.
Oh yeah, I ran off the road.
Oh, no, not that one. I thought you corkscrewed it up a telephone pole.
No.
Oh. I wonder why I thought that.
That was just Derek. There was no car involved. You just drank it. It's like, calm down, bro.
Bet you I can try. I can climb that pole.
Right. Hey man, I can do this.
Exactly.
Good times.
Yeah, I didn't. I gave the factory thing a year, and it just didn't pan out. So
didn't pan out, or it just wasn't what you thought it was going to. Didn't come as quickly as you thought it was going to. Disappointed in the structure that is more.
Like I said, I got lost up in the numbers. Like I was just anybody else that was clocking in, you know. I was easy to replace. I wasn't worth hiring. Like, might as well do what you're good at. Be appreciated.
Again, that's always a tough road because a lot of people don't feel like they're appreciated in that situation. And it's not. There's a strict thing. Like when you talk about temp agencies, there's a very strict and serious reason why they use them. And it sucks for an employee. But the money that temp agencies save their employers and save them from layoffs and save them from this and that.
Oh, I mean, I'm not judging them. I mean,
Right.
it's just
But it's not like
I put
a
a lot.
thing.
I put a lot of effort into this too because I've changed professions at 47 years old.
Sure.
It took me a couple months to really adjust, and then I put in the fucking work and the effort. I mean, like I struggled and I stuck with it, and I really put a lot of effort into it, and I felt like it went unnoticed.
Yeah.
So, I'll go get my feet wet in the restaurant industry again, do what I do, and then eventually, hopefully, we open up something of our own. That's still the end game.
Is that a conversation that's being resurfaced?
Well, I mean, it's been discussed.
Well, I knew
but,
that.
I mean, it just feels like such a pipe dream because the commitment that's involved in something like that. And I don't mean commitment like you have to have so much capital behind you,
Sure.
just in the bank, to because you're not going to make any money.
Find a rich guy.
Yeah, and you're not going to make any money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, you'll make money like pay your bills, but you'll never get ahead trying to open a restaurant like that.
Well, I wouldn't say never, but it'd take a while.
It's like 5 years
Yeah,
before like you
it'd take a
actually,
while.
you actually, and then do you want to have a restaurant where then like obviously at some point you don't even have to be there, like the restaurant just makes you money without you having to
Sure.
work at it. You know what I mean? Ideally, but
I'm always picturing something like
then
the
you
brick.
then you depend,
Just a couple fucking things, do it really well, keep your overhead down, know your market, something like that.
but then you depend, but then like you own it. You're depending on other. The thought of depending on waitresses or bartenders or cooks to fucking
Sure.
show up.
To show up
I
to
mean,
work.
That's the
I'm just
reason why
gonna- I'm
I
just
want
gonna
to keep
fucking
it simple.
Show up and do it myself. Like this is dumb.
Something you can run on a skeleton crew.
Yeah.
Like if you can count on 3 other fucking people, you can get by.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes
But
sense.
But just do like 5 things really well. That's all you got to do. Keep them coming back for your 5 things. Debone chicken wings full
Deboning them
full,
motherfuckers.
full of chorizo and rice.
Dude,
man.
when something takes 4 minutes a wing to do,
Could you imagine?
how much it would cost?
Yeah, insane.
Like what you'd want to charge for that?
Yeah, it's like $15 for like 3 wings or something.
Yeah.
Oh, we've had this discussion before. He's like, why do you do it that way? I'm like, because I'm in a fucking hurry. I'm
Right.
like, I'm not just cooking for a family of 4. This is
Well,
a
it's one of
whole
those things
fucking-
where it's like, you're making your every move you're making is to minimize cost.
But if you are running 4 or 5 things, you can be extravagant and something like that. If it's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a decent fucking Euro place really?
Not yet.
What a pain in the ass that be.
I have a
though,
T-shirt
man.
that says you probably shouldn't go the Euro route.
No, I shouldn't have you I shouldn't have you promote it.
Hey, listen, hold on.
500,000 fucking people bashing us.
I didn't make those goddamn comments.
He didn't make the sandwich either.
I did make the sandwich.
You set it off.
I set it
gyro.
off by posting a special in the way I was supposed to post a special, and I thought I'd throw a little quip in there, and then millions of
You're
people.
here for marketing, and it fucking worked.
Yeah, it's the most.
and millions.
Hey, you're here for marketing,
Yeah,
and it
and it
fucking
worked.
worked. Best marketing employee's ever done.
Yeah.
So you can't shit
Honestly,
on the effort.
Honestly,
All the beautiful things I've done, and I'm going to be known for that goddamn post.
I have
What
a
piece of
T-shirt.
dog shit. Oh,
What I'm
my
saying
God.
is
I
I-
ate it, and I was like, "This sucks, Derek."
What I'm saying
That's
is,
cool. Mom gave you a T-shirt. She gave you diabetes.
I got a t-shirt. I got a t-shirt too, though. So and
Oh, did
diabetes.
you?
Oh yeah.
Is it loose on you now?
No,
Wick?
it's still tight.
Since you're eating apples?
No, it's still tight. I do eat apples. I eat an apple every day. Eat a lot of hard-boiled eggs. Hard-boiled eggs, apples, bananas are like 80% of my diet right now.
yeah,
I couldn't
it doesn't
imagine.
sound bad.
No,
I mean,
I couldn't go without bread.
It's so
that'd be
hard.
I couldn't either.
fucking-
I've got this Ezekiel 317 kind of bread, and it's made from fucking sprouts. Like there's no carbs in it. Like it's like a big cracker. Like it's not really even.
that'd be like handing me a fucking wing made of cauliflower.
It's got to be frozen. Like it's bread.
Oh,
it's-
could you
it's-
imagine living on salads?
Could-
God, that'd be
Yeah.
miserable.
Yeah,
I'd be dead. I'd be dead.
I slide my carbs in sometimes, but I mean that's what the medicine's for. I can eat all the carbs I want. I take the medicine. You know what I mean? But like
Sure.
I'm trying to not eat. I'm trying to lose weight. You know what I mean? More so than control that. But I'm staying off the carbs and the sugar as much as I can.
I wanna
I had
do
a fucking
better.
soda forever.
Right.
I've had Sprite Zero, I guess.
That's the worst of the zero sugar.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Sprite
it.
Zero. Really?
It's just like Sprite.
What? Are you insane?
It's good.
Wow, no way.
yeah.
Dude, do you like Dr. Pepper at all?
Fuck no,
I've heard Diet Dr. Pepper's the best of all the
Dr.
diets.
Pepper Zero Sugar is good. Pepsi
You
Zero
know,
Sugar.
you know why Dr.
also
Pepper
really good.
Zero is good? Because it already tastes like shit. So what could taste any fucking worse than a Dr. Pepper?
I fucking love Dr. Pepper.
Fucking the worst.
Really?
I hate it.
Have you tried it with pickles?
Yeah, right. No, the dirty Dr. Pepper, or whatever.
What
Yeah,
the hell is the dirty Dr. Pepper?
You haven't heard?
It's like pickles. It's done. Sonic started it, didn't they? The dirty soda.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if Sonic started it, but they jumped on the
jumped
bandwagon
on
real,
it, yeah.
They
real
put pickles
quick.
in it.
I think it was a TikTok thing.
See, that
Sonic jumped
wouldn't
on.
bother me at all. Like I could handle pickles in that shit.
Oh, God, no.
You ever put olives in your beer?
No.
Oh, green olives in your beer, salty briny in your beer. Oh yeah.
Oh, that
Oh yeah.
B used
do
to make
that?
the pickled okra and
Yeah.
the Bloody Marys. That was so fucking good.
But see, I'm a huge green olive pickle. I love that
Yeah.
briny, salty shit. Like it's
That's
fucking
fair.
the best. So I probably would.
Not for me, but that's fair.
Yeah.
I picked up these Modelo's.
That's
like
that was my favorite beer when I quit drinking.
Well,
those especially
when I have them at the
So
Mexican
didn't drink it all
restaurant.
anymore.
trying to not to.
Nice.
I mean, it's not because I have a problem. I'm just
no.
it's
You're
better-
just
it's
trying
better-
to get your
it's
sugar
better-
down.
It's better that I don't. But you know what? Like, I bet the cinnamon shit's got sugar in it or whatever. But like vodka, tequila,
Alcohol metabolizes as sugar in your
Yeah.
system, though.
bourbon. Yeah. Well, technically, it's not sugar though
But
because
it's
to
not.
make alcohol, it's eating the sugar. Shitting
Right.
alcohol is what makes alcohol. So
Right.
yeah. So maybe but it's mixing it with orange juice or mixing it with pineapple juice or mixing it with a Coke.
Right.
If you just drink straight liquor, Tito's and sodas, I could drink Tito's and sodas or whatever. But
Might as well put a Sprite Zero with it.
might as well drink Sprite Zero. You know what I mean?
Scotch and soda is really good.
Yeah, see, I don't fuck with any of that stuff. I just assume not.
If
I
you just
assume
stick with
not.
Scotch and soda and
Because-
don't drink anything else, you wake up and you feel fucking just fine.
But yeah, drink Tito's and water all day. You just drink a bunch of water. It doesn't really matter. But I'd also know that if I drank like 4 or 5 Tito's and water, then I'd probably make bad dietary decisions too. Like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking eat like fuck it, you know?
Like
this was-
God, could you imagine if Taco Bell brought back all the shit that you loved
They did.
right now?
They
They
did.
did. What are you talking about?
The Cholito.
It never went away.
It did.
It did.
But it's back.
Oh, there was a
You're
phone
on
call.
Mandela effect, dude.
There was a fucking
No,
phone
man.
call.
I've never ever
What
been
was
able,
her
not
name?
been able to
Buckaloo
get.
said, "Stop calling fucking Taco Bell.
No.
You can't fucking get it. The chili cheese burrito was gone. What do you mean,
Dude,
no?
I've never not been
No,
able to get
there was a
chili cheese
You
whole
were
burrito.
getting them when I
thing.
was getting them. It's that fucking simple. You've only been getting them since they've been back. They were gone.
Who was
They
that
were-
bitch you talked to? Stephanie.
Flo
I
or
don't think
Stephanie?
you understand
I don't think
me.
you understand where I'm coming from, Stephanie.
He's on
I'm
line
sorry.
with corporate.
I'm sorry. I
I know
can't
that you
do
guys
this. I
had a
don't have any
thing.
power
I know
over
there
this.
was a thing,
several.
but I
Several.
don't ever remember being turned down for a chili cheese burrito.
Then maybe you just didn't ask. You know what
Because I remember you passing out the map of this place has them.
I mean? The Mexican. See, and that was even a thing.
The 25th Street Taco Bell. I've never been told no
the-
for a chili cheese burrito.
Maybe you thought you were
Now
eating
the
one.
Mexican pizza went away.
The Mexican pizza and the Mexi Melt.
The Mexican melt
It's-
that never
it's
did
back.
come back, did it?
It's back.
Oh, is it?
It's on the 80s decades menu or whatever. The 90s decades
Oh, that's
menu.
right. Because they got the
Kids,
old
it's
school
back.
looking shit
Kids, it's
again.
back. So the other day I did get some Taco Bell. I didn't get the
Oh, really?
I didn't get the Mexican pizza, but I had it was the election. It was the day of the election.
Yeah.
I got 2 Mexi Melts and a chili cheese burrito with sour cream, and I was ready to put. Maybe Donald Trump getting elected is not so bad if this is what we got. I didn't. My mom would have disowned me, but yeah, maybe Donald Trump ain't so bad if I get chili cheese burritos and Mexi Melts at the same time. What's the coincidence here?
This is the first election. I didn't even watch any coverage or anything. I just went to bed and I was like, I guess I'll find out tomorrow sometime.
I watched that shit like a hog.
I didn't watch any of it. I'm like, Mom, Donald Trump's going to win. She's like, no, he's not. I'm like, Mom,
He did.
Donald Trump's going to win. You know what, though? Like, so I know the guy doesn't like us to talk about it or whatever.
What
But
guy?
The big guy.
Oh.
The big guy we know that doesn't like us to talk about it.
Talking about Mark?
Hey, man, like, let's not talk about them, man. I ain't done no Boroughs Applesauce for a long time. Don't talk about Donald Trump on the podcast, guys.
I miss this.
And we're back.
Don't ever take this away from me
Yeah,
again.
right. We just find it better than that, guys. But nonetheless, the 2 states that every county either was blue or every county was red. And it might be fake. I don't know. Have you seen this?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen this?
And it's not fake.
I don't know if it's fake. Oklahoma, every county in Oklahoma was red. And Oklahoma's like 30th in education. Last in education. There's like 5 stats about basically education and being smart in schools. And Oklahoma is almost last in every one of them. Yeah. And Oklahoma was all red. Massachusetts. All blue. Every county was completely blue. And they were number 1 in all of the same categories. And it's just like, man. Correlation?
I don't know. You said something once when we were setting up. You're like, I'm a middle-aged white guy. Even when I lose, I win.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
And Miles is picking up on like grandma, because grandma's all about it. Grandma can't stand Donald Trump, and grandma's always talking about it. So then closer to the election, as the election gets here, Miles is like, what's going to happen? Like, what happens if Donald Trump wins? And I'm like, nothing. I mean, nothing. I'm like I said it a million times, I am a 45-year-old middle-aged white guy. If a 45-year-old middle-aged white guy is the president, my life will not change whatsoever.
Flash forward 2 years later, we're doing this in a Fallout bunker.
Yeah, right.
Remember when you said nothing?
I can tell you, I got news for you right now. It wouldn't matter which person was president. That is still just as likely to happen.
The only thing that I will
matter
ask
who was on it.
is, do you think that your opinion there would be different if you had a daughter?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know.
And that's where.
Or if I had, I don't know.
That's where my brain was the entire time I was in the voting booth. I just thought about her.
I mean, I can't ask her, right? We had one when abortion was still legal, so she ain't around.
Derek.
I don't even know. Like, you don't come back from that.
I almost had one, but abortion was still legal, so I don't know.
You don't come back from that. Because we are done.
Yeah, quit talking. You just quit talking to me, Derek. That's not who. Yeah, we're out of here.
I should have used that comment